So just excuse me, I'll be introducing this speaker once again. So good morning and welcome to all for the national webinar on emerging pharmaceutical technologies and pharma IT career opportunities. Again. So good morning and welcome to all for the national webinar on emerging pharmaceutical technologies and pharma IT career opportunities. Again. So good morning and welcome to all for the national webinar on emerging pharmaceutical technologies and pharma IT career opportunities. Again. So good morning and one second. Please right now check the YouTube streaming. Copy, Mr. Ravi. So this YouTube streaming is live now, and I I welcome you to the national webinar on emerging technologies and career opportunities in IT.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for nice introduction, and very thanks to Sunil sir and as well as Varma sir for the invitation and for the opportunity. Uh, so though Sar has introduced me, so I'll start with my introduction and then we can jump on to our today's topic. Sir, is my screen visible? I am sharing the presentation. Am I audible?
You are audible, so I have given the share permission also.
Okay.
Yeah, I think.
Okay, I'll just stop and reshare it again. Yeah.
Yeah, your screen sharing has started.
Yeah. So first, I introduce myself. Why? Because you should have some purpose to listen to me. If not, so if someone is coming and taking you through some lengthy descriptions and some industry terminologies or whatever the guidance that they are presenting you, right? So without knowing them, it would be a random session. So myself, Ravi Kumar Kodoru, I completed my bachelor's from Bapatla College of Pharmacy and master's and the Department of Pharmaceutics under Vadma sir at Sri Vishnu College of Pharmacy. And I have a 5 years experience in pharma IT. I serve for multiple companies under multiple roles. I started as a backend developer and then technology analyst, technology senior analyst, and I served as a business system analyst. Now I'm serving as a senior analyst of a payer MDM at Novartis. This is my academics and as well as the career background. Apart from this career, so I'm an author. I do have a publication of a books, and I received a national award early this year for my recent book named The Gambit. And I also ran a couple of YouTube channels. None of them were in Telugu. So one is for Tamil and another one is in English. This is pretty much about myself. Now we'll come to today's topic. Pharma IT careers, your future awaits. So, as coming from pharma background, right? So we know we are having the opportunities into different R&D departments, production, or we do have some understanding of this pharmacovigilance, clinical data management. Some people will choose the medical coding. So uh, I also have this understanding when I was in my bachelor's or in the early of my master's period. So what has changed, right? So with the COVID, especially, this pharma industry has changed very drastically. Meaning before a COVID, right? So we all know only Novartis presence was there in Hyderabad and Pfizer presence was there in Chennai. Apart from these two big pharma or biopharma GCCs, we don't have any other organization presence in India. All right. So AstraZeneca to some extent it was present, but not fully functional when it comes to GCC. After this COVID, so everything got changed. So earlier, these pharma companies used to give their projects as a outsourcing, meaning they'll go TCS, Cognizant, Wipro, the other service companies, and they'll make the work done by those service companies. After COVID, what happens, right? So everyone started building their in-houses. For example, Roche has started it in-house in 2020. Then BMS came in the Bristol Myers Squibb, and then Sanofi has started, Amgen has started, Eli Lilly started, Merck has started, Provence has started. Even many more are coming in the near future. Meaning, right? So you are having the very good and vast opportunities in the industry, especially if you are interested to get into the pharma IT. So, meaning why I'm bringing this topic first in this place itself. So, I'll say you need to learn this, you need to learn this. You will get a good opportunities in future. You can earn more and all, right? So, the baseline would be I learn Python, I learn SQL, upskill myself with the skills that industry is required. So we are all students, we're eager to learn new technologies or new things. Ultimately, we wanted to land in a good future and best paying role. So that for sure you will learn. So if you got to know about the variety of opportunities, you will learn, but ultimate goal is where can you land, or where are the opportunities if I upskill myself with the required skill sets. That is the point where I'm trying to cover in the first itself. So we're having a vast number of GCs in Hyderabad itself. It's not something in north, or it's something in Bangalore, or like not the far places. Hyderabad is the global GCC center, meaning whatever the big biopharma pharma companies want to start their GCC unit, right? So their first option is Hyderabad only, meaning all the GCCs will be coming to Hyderabad. More than 10 GCCs have started their presence in Hyderabad. When I'm talking about GCC, right? So it's not something about 100 members or 200 members, not. So it's thousands of members. So now we acquired entire building, and they're now looking for another building. Now the Sanofi count is around 6,000 plus employees they have hired, and they're targeting for the 10,000 by end of 2026, meaning, right? So there are 4,000 opportunities with Sanofi itself. Same goes with Amazon is acquiring a new building to accommodate their employees, and Eli Lilly has taken entire building. Building in the sense it's a 7 to 8 floor building with each floor capacity of like 400 to 450 members. It's a very big spaces. In the same way, every GCC is expanding their presence in Hyderabad. So you are having thousands of job opportunities in the market. Now, what is lacking? The awareness of the different opportunities that a pharma graduate can get into if they learn small things. We will discuss what are those small things in the coming uh, slides or coming presentation. But I just wanted to cover this topic that your future is awaiting for you. Only thing that you need to do is just identify your goal and upscale yourself fit into those positions. That's just a very simple thing. So now what is a pharma IT? See, IT, it's information technology. Pharma, it's a pharma. So if you think logically, right? So in general context, only BTech computer science or IT or data science people or the right people to do these jobs. But if you look, right, so the civil guy will do the software job, mechanical guy will do the software job. Every other specialization in BTech does pharma, sorry, not pharma IT job, meaning they'll be not having this IT skills in their curriculum. They'll be not taught with these programming or technical skills in their curriculum. How they are landing to these roles? Because the awareness. So if they can learn some communication, any programming language, they know that they will be hired for this position. they will be hired for these positions. But what we are doing, we pharma people, we feel insecure and we are not trying out of the line skill sets, or we are not making an attempt to get into IT or a pharma IT careers. It's nothing but we have a pharma data and we use some technology to bring something out of the data sets. Meaning you are already having a good domain understanding or domain knowledge. So whether you are doing a bachelor's, you studied 4 years. If you are doing master's, right? So you studied 6 years of a pharma. Meaning a technical guy cannot achieve the understanding of domain knowledge as you are as me, because we spent these many years on the core domain. So now what we are lacking is only small skill sets that will cover what are those. This is one thing from IT, and then even the research and clinical trials, right? So you will do a research in a lab and you will do a clinical trials on a patients or a animals. So you will generate a lot of data. What is the use of it, right? So someone need to use this data and do some prediction or some analysis, some forecasting, or they need to submit your this data to this regulatory authorities, right? So before that, this data need to be mastered or centralized to somewhere, right? So this is a two lines of a context, but like, so there are like almost 20 departments work after we generated data to either master or submission or operations or commercial, whatever. Meaning, right? So 20 departments and under departments, sub departments, sub roles and subdomains, and that will go on. Meaning these many years, we don't know these many of job opportunities already present in the industry that are being worked by the IT people, means the BTech people. I'll ask a question on the floor. Uh, is the BTech or any computer science people are the right people to do this roles or do these jobs? Maybe I'll ask this way. Take a pharma guy, take a pure computer science guy. Who are the more qualified person to do this job? The pharma or IT? I just need any answer. You can type in the chat as well. So there's a simple question. Is they or we are the right people to do this? Um, so where is chat? Yeah, only Sunil sir responded. So yeah, yes, we are the right people. So for them, it is a data. So they don't know anything about data. If they spend 4 5 years, they may understand only sub part of the data that they have working for 4 5 years. For you, right? So whatever the analysis, forecasting, whatever everything you do, right? So you know the data, you know what their regulatory impact or what their clinical impact, everything about data, you know. Meaning, right? So you having a good domain knowledge means you already passed 50 marks. Only thing is you need to get 20 to 30 marks to be in the first class and distinction. So today we are gonna deal with these 20 to 30% lacking. So commercialization, this is another topic, right? So it's same. The commercial MDM, the sales, drug reporting, markets, HCP, HCO mastering, even the clinical data, right? So RIM, regulatory information management, lab management, all the GXP components, right? So there is a master data management which works both R&D or after the market commercial. So global impact in the sense, right? So all the global companies are coming to Hyderabad. So that is the global impact that the Hyderabad is bringing in with the opportunities and how the scale of this pharma IT industry. So we'll go to the next slide. Uh, feel free to ask any questions or anything on between the session. So I'm happy to answer. So now the next slide is why pharma IT is booming now. We have already discussed, right? So this COVID has changed entire industry. Earlier, like they used to pay very expense for their outsource projects. Now they wanted to cut off and build their GCC units, and India is obviously the first option when they wanted to cut off a budget and build a GCC in-house unit. So that is a pretty much you can browse through web, you will get more information. Uh, so the next one is the market growth snapshot, right? So the A, sorry.
End of the slide is not actually moving.
Oh, sorry, sir. Let me stop and reshare it again. Uh, Hi, sir. Can you confirm this
Now,
market growth snapshot?
our snapshot is coming down.
Yeah, okay, sir. So when I'm talking about, right, so market growth, right, so AI in healthcare was grown to uh, almost 25% now. So we are projecting 10% more in 2 years. So cloud investments also been increased. So earlier we used to use on-premises systems for the regulatory requirements and all, right. So now everything got moved to cloud-based solution. So even the GXP certifications got increased for the cloud systems. Meaning, right? So earlier on-premises means we use a hard drives and local storage. Now everything moved to cloud. So we'll store every data in a cloud. For instance, right? So we use a Google Photos, right? So it's a cloud. So what will happen if we store the data in a phone? If we lost a phone or something happened to it, right? So the data will be lost if something happens to it, and if we gave those to some workshop, right? So there will be data breach, nothing but they can access the data inside our mobile. So now everything is moving towards the cloud, meaning, right? So we're uploading our data into our Google Photos, for instance. So if you wanted to check your photos in a Google Photos, right? So you need to log in with your Google credentials. We can use a multi-factor authentication whenever you log into your Google Drive. So you will get a passcode, and then only it will be logged in. It's a simple use case of regular usage of Google Photos. Similar principle, we're having a cloud databases. We'll store our data into cloud databases. Whenever we are trying to log into those cloud systems, it will ask us the passcode along with the credential. Once we enter the passcode, right? So then only we're able to access the cloud data. And the different roles that I was talking, right? So everything is based on the input data that we are receiving. So when it comes to digital health market, right? So I just mentioned this 500 billion USD. This was the data till 2025. I'm yet to get the latest numbers, but it will increase year by year in terms of the investment into AI or a pharma IT industry. Meaning, right? So It's already growing very a good way, expanding quick, and the investments are more, and more investments are coming in up here means you are having a good opportunity out there. Only thing, we need to equip ourselves with the desired skill sets. So I'll just go to, this is a global presence. We are already discussed, right? Roche, Novartis, GSK, Pfizer, and the many more. I just highlighted few global GCCs. Many more are coming in Hyderabad. So we can follow the news in LinkedIn. So now this is the important slide of today. Career paths in pharma IT. So there is a master data management. I'm from this MDM background. So we do MDM, master data management, for commercial, HCP, HCO, even products, even a payer, even for hospitals, specialty pharmacies, and everything that comes in a commercial. When it comes to regulatory, so there will be a RIM, regulatory information management, laboratory information management, LIMS. There are other sub domains in MDM when it comes to clinical data, or when it comes to other data that we generate. So MDM itself is a very niche skill, meaning, right, it's a unique skill. So now only industries are training on these skills and mm, getting into these MDM domains. But for instance, you can open Google and you can check for MDM roles. You will find a number of roles, but there is a very lackage of skilled people in this MDM domain. And the other thing, data science forecasting. I'm not sure how many Sutix people are in the room or watching this session. So you might have read about machine learning and artificial intelligence in your curriculum itself, in M-Pharm Pharmaceutics, first semester itself, you will come across these topics in curriculum itself, meaning, right? So our curriculum itself is teaching you the AML things. Only thing is you should know some technology to apply your theoretical knowledge. That is what here data science and forecasting do. In a simple term, right? So we'll plot a drug release graph, right? So we'll do a drug release studies for 6 hours or 4 hours or 3 hours based on the external environment factors for us in college. And we know that we need to do the drug release studies for 24 hours. And what we'll do, we'll just extrapolate the line to 24 hours. That is what the data forecasting data science do. So they'll have a format data. So data forecasting, nothing but they'll take a previous year sale of some X product and they'll try to create some extrapolation of a regression curve, whatever, right? So they'll predict. So this product sales for 2026 Q2 will be this much. That is the data forecasting. Same goes same goes with the data science. We do try different combination of formulations when we are taking a tablets or capsules in our lab, right? So we'll take different formulation. Will increase excipients, will decrease the excipients, will change the drug concentration and different permutation combination of the chemical molecules in the tablets, right? To in order to make a actual product, right? So we'll try n number of combinations at the chemistry level or at the lab level. What this data science does, right? So it will take the all the data and it will predict these 15 molecules has the good potential to become a tablet instead of trying for thousands, 10,000s, sorry, hundred thousands of molecule, right? So I'll narrow down my investment time at that phase and I'll take only 100 or 200 good probable combinations into my development process, R&D process. So, right. So huge time and amount will be saved by implementing data science into actual our daily lives. This is one use case, but we can use in n number of use cases. Same competitive intelligence we all do, right? So if we are developing some X molecule and similar kind of a molecule or similar kind of a disease, there is another molecule other company is developing. What this competitive intelligence people do does, right? So they'll do this research papers, web scraping, or like nothing but they'll go and collect the data and they'll create some report saying that so this is our molecule and this is the competitor molecule, so we need to focus in this area. So this is not about a drug pipeline molecules, this is about a commercial molecule. So this is the area where I see more sniper people in the floor. So more than 90% of people I know from competitive intelligence are right from sniper, meaning they're already advanced, and most of the people from NIPER, irrespective of their department, they are into competitive intelligence. So in this aspect, right, so we are just bit lacking of the industry awareness. So if we already known of these things and if we try uh, upskilling our skills, right, so we might also establish our presence in CA, but nothing is late, so we can try upskilling ourselves and we can also start uh, our presence in these roles. In healthcare, we have already discussed regulatory, we discussed clinical IT, we discussed there's a cloud and cyber security. These are like, so maybe for now we can skip these two topics. It's more for IT things, but it doesn't mean that we shouldn't go into these technologies. Yes, we can, but we start with the strengthening our core with some technical skills to get into Pharma IT. So maybe in future sessions we cover this cloud and cyber security. Now skill module for students, right? So we are talking about technology, technical skills through our entire session. It doesn't mean they're not rocket science. So they're small things to start with. So I mentioned if you want to get to some BA roles or some business roles, right? So if you're interested to create some dashboards out of a data to make the business more easy, right? So you can focus on learning a Tableau or Power BI. So before I get into the deep into these tools and technologies, so I hope everyone is having your ID cards, right? So your college ID cards and your college domain email ID. So you can log into Tableau official website with your ID card and your domain email ID, right? So you will get a free access to n number of course, and Tableau will provide your certification. Same goes with the Power BI, Python, SQL, whatever the technology that you are trying to explore, right? So go to their official websites and log in with your student credentials. They'll just validate your email and your ID card. These two are the requirements. So they'll validate and they'll activate your account and you can learn everything at free of cost. So you don't need to spend money on getting the certifications for these things. So you can, and these things very freely. And SQL and database fundamentals, right? So it is SQL is also very can say very simple language, structured query language, nothing but will query data from a table. Uh, in a daily usage, I'll take a simple example. So I just wanted to search some Vijay song in a YouTube. So YouTube is my table. In YouTube, I have a row of Vijay song. I wanted to look for some Vati. So Vati is my song. movie name is Master and my table name is YouTube. So I know what is the table. I know movie name, meaning I know value in a column. I know the song name. So what I will do, I'll go select song. Song is a song from what is my table? That is a YouTube. So I'm selecting a song from YouTube. What it gives, right? So it will give all the songs present in YouTube. But I don't want. I want a specific song from a specific movie. So I what I'll do, I'll just simply use a where movie name equals to in a single quotation, I'll say master. And if I run this query, right, so it will give all the songs from the master movie. Now I want a specific song called a Vati. So I'll put and condition where movie name equals to master and song name equals to Vati. So now if I run the SQL query, right, so it will give Vati song from the YouTube table, meaning you already used select a query. You already used a where condition to filter the entire YouTube database and you find the business required song from the YouTube. This is simple use case. That is what the SQL we called select and where condition. There will be some other conditions in a SQL basics, right? So it is a very easy language. So you can interpret while learning, right, with the real life use cases or your real life example, right? So you will grasp the concept rather than mugging up of things. Same goes with AI and machine learning, right? So the same concepts that we have seen, right? So Python is the another programming language we regularly use. It's also similar to SQL. It's a English only. All the programming logic is built upon the SQL only for Python. So if you learn SQL right, Python is a very easy language compared to SQL. There are other language, PySpark and others. So at the beginner level, getting into the industry, right? So knowing the SQL basics and understanding the Python syntax level is more than enough to get into industry. There you will use these technologies every day and gradually with the time, right? So you will upskill and you will master these technologies to start with, right? So learn SQL, learn Python. You already know the domain, and the other skill that is a very crucial or critical that we people are lacking is the soft skills, especially the communication skills. Meaning, I know the domain knowledge. I studied for 4 years, 6 years. I know technical skills. I know SQL. I know Python, or even I know advanced or other technologies. But I am having lack in a communication skills. I'm not able to communicate the interviewer or my team lead or the client or stakeholder, whoever in the working environment effectively, meaning, right? So you I don't know, you are a random person, maybe you are good at everything but you are lacking communication skills, nothing will gonna happen. So the first thing we need to start with the communication skills. Whatever you are communicating in any language, communicate it very clearly, voice out in group discussions or among the groups, right? So first learn the communication skills and then focus on these technical skills that we are lacking, and you are good to go. It's a very simple. So I'm not that good student. So if I am able to uh, come till here and I was able to learn all these things from my college times, meaning, right? So you all people can learn. So only thing that we need to educate students, right? So educating them with the variety of opportunities that is present in the industry and giving some push hand from the back. in their learning journey. So I guess we are done. What is how to prepare, right? So yes, start with basics. You'll find the data sets in a Google. That's a free data sets. You can create your projects for learning SQL and Python, right? So you don't need even a computer or any system. You can download the applications in mobile itself, and you can practice daily while traveling or while coming to this college, or going from the college in a school, in a bus or an auto, anywhere. You can use your smartphone, you can learn it. So if you want to get certification, right, so you can use your college domain, email ID and college ID card, and you can get certified. Or if you want a free website where you can learn and certify, there is a website called a Great Learning. You can utilize it. And then this is the another important topic: build your profile in LinkedIn. So nowadays, most of the hirings are happening in LinkedIn or through LinkedIn, through reference or whatever, right? So LinkedIn is the best tool than an Naukri or some other hiring tools. Build your profile, fill all the skill sets that are relevant to your career goal, and make your profile visible. And then you can start with the internships first itself. Like instead of trying for any job opportunities, right? So you can try for an internships, whether it's a paid or unpaid. So what you will get, right, you will get the industry exposure and hands-on skills on these tools and technologies. With that internship, they may give you the permanent opportunity if you perform well, or you can use this experience to get into actual IT, pharma IT or IT industry as an entry level candidate. So this is the roadmap. I guess we are done. So the same. So you are ready to explore. If you need any personal assistance, any guidance on this from IT career or anything that you need some assistance, right? So uh, please feel free to reach out me on LinkedIn. My LinkedIn handle name is RK Koduru. You can reach out to me. I may not respond quickly, but I'll respond to every message, and I'll try to accommodate myself to provide some informations, try to clarify your doubts and all. So if you are guys are having any doubts or anything, you can ask me now. If not, I'll take this moment to thank once again Mohan Verma sir and Sunil sir for inviting me and for the opportunity uh, to give webinar and to give the broader from IT opportunities overview to the upcoming from IT professionals from the different parts of Andhra.
Thank you, Mr. Ravi, for delivering such a wonderful and insightful information webinar. So, first of all, uh, so whatever the information you have shared, especially about there are few things that I have taken a note. So, competitive intelligence and I think MDM, you have told me about MDM, so which is a new thing I have learned today. And there are certain aspects where the students are actually lacking. So what you said is about the soft skills. So these students are getting trained in this subject knowledge very well, but they are unable to express themselves, or they are unable to communicate what they want, or how to deliver the information to the police or something. So definitely they need to increase their communication or soft skills, and they also need to increase their level of intellectual knowledge in the software tools. So they are getting good marks, but these people need to get ready for the future market. So in this regard, you have given a excellent presentation about how to prepare themselves for the future in the pharmaceutical IT market. Thank you very much, Ravi. So on behalf of Sri Vishnu College of Pharmacy, uh, I thank you for delivering such a wonderful seminar upon our request. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. It's my pleasure. Thank you.
Audience, if you have any questions, you can ask the speaker. So it's a wonderful opportunity. You can ask. So we'll wait for 2 minutes and we'll go with the next presentation. If you have any questions, ask now itself. Time is 10:48. Just only 2 minutes. If you want to ask, you can ask in the chat room also. Ravi, meanwhile, from a teacher perspective, so I would like to ask some questions. So how to get ready the students for the pharmaceutical IT market? So you have mentioned about few tools such as Tableau and SQL. Are there any dedicated websites or any uh, YouTube channels so that the students can learn themselves? If you are aware, you can just share the link and I will share with the participants.
Okay, sir. I'll refer and I'll share those information over WhatsApp with you.
Thank you. Participants, just 1 more minute. So just now Natasha has joined. Any questions, participants? Okay, thank you, Ravi. So if there are any queries, we'll get back to you. So dear participants, as part of the national webinar on emerging pharmaceutical technologies and pharma IT career opportunities, so let us move to the second phase of this or second part of this session. So I would like to invite Dr. M. Mohan Verma. So Professor and HOD, Department of Pharmaceutics, Sri Vishnu College of Pharmacy, for delivering a talk on applications of electrospinning in the pharmaceutical technology. Okay, so with this brief introduction, I would like to welcome Dr. Mohan Verma.
Thank you, Dr. Kumar. Mr. Kumar, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Sir Verma, sir. Sir, you can unmute and you can start the presentation, sir.
Audio is not coming, Professor Verma, sir. Audio is not coming.